Hey house guests, welcome to today's BBCan 10 updates and spoilers. It is Triple Eviction Thursday. I could not be more excited for tonight's episode, especially since yesterday was so freaking good. But anyway, our house guests of the day are Erica Eklund and Jenny S. Thank you both so much for the support. We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so much. So thank you again. And if you guys want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. It's only $1 for a holla, and we only have 2 weeks left in this season. Isn't that nuts? But I also want to give a special birthday shout out to my grandma, who definitely does not watch this, but it is her 92nd birthday today, and we love her so much. So happy birthday to Granny. And I also want to thank yesterday's super chatters before we get started, because you all also mean a lot to us, and that is a fantastic way to support our channel. So Jefferson Tucker, Just Janie, and Sean, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. And Jefferson Tucker's back today. He says, "Oh, hi!" ×3, right? Yes. Thank you so much for being here and for your support. All right. So, when we left off yesterday, Gino and Josh up on the block. Marty's target is Josh, and Marty is really hoping and banking on his alliance of 5 sticking together and keeping Gino safe. Excuse me, that burp means no. Kevin and Helena are flipping. So Marty, Gino, and JC Lynn, they were clueless for a while, but they are now aware that a vote flip is a possibility. Not that it's definitely happening, which it is, but that it's a possibility, because as we discussed yesterday, JC Lynn was talking to Helena, and JC Lynn felt like the vibe was off with Helena. So she called Helena out on it, and Helena kind of spilled. Helena was saying, if Kevin flips, I'm also gonna have to flip, because I don't want to be on the wrong side of this boat. So Helena is already trying to kind of push this off onto Kevin, because she's trying to salvage some sort of relationship with JC Lynn after this is all said and done. So, finding out about this weirdness, Gino now tries to step up his campaigning to Kevin and Helena, and he had his 4 or 5 points that he was presenting to them. It's pretty lame. But the main point that he was pushing was that if Kevin and Helena vote Gino out, Marty and JC Lynn are going to be so pissed at them that they're going to start targeting them, and the other side of the house will also be targeting them. But they won't. They'll be targeting Marty and JC Lynn. But okay. So this campaign is not working. Gino is still leaving, but Kevin and Helena do not tell Gino that. They're keeping that under wraps, at least for now. So Kevin and Helena, they have other things on their minds as well. They have been working this week. They were nervous that once Gino is gone, what if Summer and Betty pull in JC Lynn and they all come after us? So they have been putting in the work to get Betty and Summer to target JC Lynn next. So they're pushing that she's super manipulative, she's a liar, she talks crap about everyone. And this is the biggie. They also revealed to Betty and Summer that JC Lynn won the secret power of veto last week. So they are using this information to say if JC Lynn and Gino really wanted to backdoor Marty last week the way they were saying they were, they could have done it, and they didn't. So they played you. And Betty and Summer are buying all of this. They're like, wow, can't believe this. They are not happy with JC Lynn. And I mean, all the facts here are lining up. It's working. Yeah. So anyway, Josh and Betty were chatting in the backyard, and Betty says, I cannot keep Gino and JC Lynn's names straight now. I keep wanting to combine them. Junie Lynn or something. I don't know. So Betty says that Gino and JC Lynn completely played them last week. She's like, yeah, Helena told me that JC Lynn had the secret power of veto. And Helena already shared this with Josh. He already knows about this. But Betty says the showmans never had any intention of backdooring Marty last week. They were just telling us that. But if Moose or Summer won the power of veto, Josh, you would have gone up on the block. So the showmance was just working with us as an insurance policy. They were hedging their bets by working with everybody. And Betty says the reason Helena didn't use the power veto last week was to protect you, Josh. Was it though? I think she was trying to protect Marty, but she's spinning that story. So Betty feels like Gino and JC Lynn are working with Marty. She says they played us, and Josh is like, "What? They played us?" He says that's so messed up. But of course, he knows all this information from Kevin and Helena because they are working in their Crash Test Dummies alliance of 3. But Betty says, I feel like Helena is sharing this information with me to make sure that I don't target her, especially if it's a triple. Yes, exactly. That's what she's doing. But Betty's like, there's no way that I'm targeting Helena. This is a huge shift because before, Betty and Summer were both saying that they would put Helena up on the block and she would be one of the people that they would want to go if it was a triple. But now Betty's like, no, I'm not targeting Helena. She's great. I want to work with her. Betty says, I am fuming at JC Lynn. And she says, Marty's got to go. And then JC Lynn right behind him. Oh my goodness. So Josh is like, all right, so I guess we can trust Helena and Kevin now, right? Betty agrees. She's like, if we can get Gino, Marty, and JC Lynn out of here, then we're good. So this is exactly what Kevin and Helena have been working towards. They're killing it. Oh my goodness. So Josh and Betty also both agree they're going to stick up for Kevin and Helena if JC Lynn or Marty decide to start some drama after Gino's eviction. Everybody's anticipating a big blow up. Maybe not from Marty, but definitely from JC Lynn. We all saw how she freaked out the first time she was on the wrong side of the vote when Steph went home and she freaked out at Kyle. So there's a good chance she's going to blow up tonight. Oh my goodness. Okay, so later, JC Lynn and Gino were in the Expedia room. This was when the feeds returned after the episode was done airing last night, and JC Lynn is crying. She's just like, you should not be in this position right now. You should not be up on the block. Excuse me. You had a secret power last week. You could have taken the shot at Marty, but you didn't do it. Also, Gino could have stayed out of the gummy drawing. Nobody forced him to do that. So I feel like she's trying to put the blame on Marty for all this, but Gino and her have both made a lot of mistakes along the way. But they agree that this HOH reign was worse than Kyle's. I don't know. Was it chaotic? Yes, but worse than Kyle's? I don't know about that. So JC Lynn is nervous that in the future it's going to come out that she had the secret power veto last week. It's too late. Everybody knows about that now. Yikes. But she's like, I guess if it does come out, I can just blame it on you. I guess she means like she can blame it on Gino for her not using it. I don't know. But Gino agrees. He's like, yeah, that's smart. That sounds good. So JC Lynn is not done with her campaigning yet. She still wants to have more conversations with Summer, Helena, and Kevin, see if they can still get those votes for Gino. I mean, at this point, she's thinking Gino is going to stay, but there's a chance that it could flip. So she wants to make sure that those votes are there. But Gino says, you know what? I won't even be sad if I'm evicted because the jury house sounds like a lot of fun with Herman and Moose. It could be a good time. And JC Lynn's like, yeah, I think it could be good, but like, let's hope you won't be in the jury house tomorrow. All right. So then JC Lynn has a chat with Summer. JC Lynn is crying again. And JC Lynn says, obviously, there is a chance that Gino will be evicted. But even if you do vote for Gino to go, I think I still want to work with you. Oh, you think so? Oh my God. She says, I think I would choose you over Helena. Definitely over Kevin and Marty. I don't think JC Lynn realizes what danger she's in right now. But she says, I kind of feel that with Betty too. She's somebody that I would like to work with. And of course, Josh, if he stays. So she's trying to say, like, if Gino's out of here, like, will you take me in? It's too late. Kevin and Helena have already turned Josh, Betty, and Summer all against her. But JC Lynn says, I don't want to work with Kevin, Helena, and Marty moving forward. Way to make Summer feel like a last resort because you don't want to be with your old alliance anymore. But JC Lynn tells Summer, yeah, that deal that Gino was proposing is still on the table for us to go to the Final Four with, the three of us and someone of your choosing. And even if Gino goes, like, I would like to work with you. So Summer's like, okay, that's all good to know. She doesn't reveal how she's going to be voting. Nobody really has told Gino or JC Lynn straight up what they're going to be doing. JC Lynn had a similar conversation later with Betty, and Betty's playing along. She's like, yeah, these people are terrible, whatever, like, let's work together. No way. All right. Meanwhile, Kevin, Helena, and Josh are chatting in the red bedroom. And Kevin says, we really need to keep this a blind side. Oh my God. Because he says it's going to be better if JC Lynn is shook for the HOH competition. She won't be able to focus. We don't need her winning HOH, especially if it is a triple eviction, which it is. So again, they're anticipating a blow up with lots of yelling from JC Lynn. Who knows what Marty's going to do? And Kevin is like, if they start blowing up at me, I'm just going to keep repeating, it's a game move. It's a game move. Oh my God. So Helena asks Josh, how are Betty and Summer feeling? Like, what's going on with them? And Josh says, I don't know what you said to them, but you're like their new favorite person. They're saying they want to work with you and that they would save you if you're up on the block during a triple. And Helena is just over the moon. She's so happy to hear this because this is exactly what she was working towards. So then Betty comes in and Kevin says, let's do this thing, as in let's vote out Gino. And Betty is very excited to hear this because now she finally has Kevin and Helena and Josh all in one room with her, and they're talking about getting rid of Gino. So she's finally getting confirmation that this is definitely happening. And Kevin says he's ready to get his hands dirty. And Betty is ready to throw hands. Not actually, but like verbally. She says she will stick up for Kevin and Helena if they're taking a lot of heat from JC Lynn or Marty after the eviction. So it could possibly get very wild. But they all agree that Marty and JC Lynn are the next two targets. Well, all right. So Betty leaves. Summer comes in, and they tell Summer again how important it is that they keep this vote a secret. And Summer says, you know what? I was talking to JC Lynn before. She's already crying. She is going to be a mess when Gino is evicted. Kevin wants to take it to the next level. He really wants to play this up. He says he's in full villain mode. Oh my God. Kevin was planning today, as in Thursday, to have a fake conversation with Josh and tell Josh, you don't have my vote. I'm sorry. Like, I'm going to have to vote for you to go, to try and make Gino, JC Lynn, and Marty feel like Gino is staying. They're going to feel super safe. But then, of course, Kevin is keeping Josh. Oh my God. He's diabolical, but it's also a lot of fun to watch. All right. So later, JC Lynn checked in with Marty in the HOH room, and this conversation was already in progress when the feeds switched to them. But Marty was telling JC Lynn, oh, I had like a 2-hour conversation earlier with Kevin, and Kevin is really solid about voting Josh out and keeping Gino. There is no way he's flipping. There's no way that Kevin could keep up that lie for 2 hours while he was talking to me. There's no way. It would be insane. So Marty says, I know it's scary for Gino to be up on the block, but again, there's just no way that Kevin is flipping. So JC Lynn's like, okay, good. That makes me feel better to hear that. And Helena's solid too. And Marty says, yeah, Helena is not going to flip either, especially if Kevin is voting out Josh. Like, Helena will do the same. So Marty says, everything's good. Don't worry. Oh my God. I feel like JC Lynn deep down knows like this flip is probably happening, but I feel like Marty is completely in denial. So I think he's going to be really, really shocked today when these voting results come in. But JC Lynn relays this conversation to Gino. She's like, we're good. Marty's really confident. And Gino is saying he wants to wait until the morning to check in with Kevin about his vote because, everybody's just like really gamed out at this point. So he's going to wait. But the feeds went down this morning before the house guests woke up. So we didn't get to see any of those like last minute conversations. I would assume that Gino's still going tonight. The question really is just if Gino was able to convince anybody to like tell him the truth about what's happening. I don't know if they're keeping this blind side up or what, but tonight is the triple eviction. It's looking like Gino will be leaving first, probably by a vote of 4-1, with JC Lynn being the only one voting to keep him. And then we'll see.
Oh my God, it's a triple.
I know. Woo! We'll see who the next two are to be evicted. Hello. Oh my God. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay. Molly, she almost fell.
I'm too excited about the triple.
It is very exciting. But I want to thank our two super chatters today. Thank you so much to Jefferson Tucker, as usual, and Lynn Hurst. Thank you so much. Lynn asks, who would you like to see win HOH in tonight's triple?
Kevin.
That's a good question. I would like to see Kevin. I think that would be really exciting. I also would be down for like pretty much anybody, honestly.
Anybody except JC Lynn.
Yeah, but even if it was going to be JC Lynn winning HOH, I would be happy with at least Marty not winning the power veto. That's really like the big one for me tonight.
No guarantee?
I can't do another week of Marty. I can't do it. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. What do you guys want to see happen? I guess ideally I would want to see Kevin or Betty win an HOH. I think that would be fun. You know what would be like the most insane though?
What?
Or like the most, maybe not insane, but the most like if Josh won and he had to show his cards. Like, what would he do?
We're down to final days here. It's time to show the cards.
But I mean, of course, he would go for
Lines
JC.
are being drawn.
Yeah, he would go for JC and Marty as targets, but you got to put up that third person. So would it be one of Betty or Summer, or would it be one of Kevin and Helena? I'm guessing he would put up Summer.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's pretty wild.
I would say Summer.
Yeah. But anyway. Oh, Donald Butts, thank you so much for the super chat.
Is it because I almost fell?
Yeah. Oh my God. Right?
Whoops.
It's always fun to see something like that. As
Yeah.
long as you don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I remember there was this one, I guess it was a live stream, maybe it was a video, when we definitely heard you like fall to the ground one time. Like there was a big crash. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
She was okay though. Okay.
It was a vlog.
Oh, it was a vlog. Okay.
I fell in the other room and you were like, are you okay?
Oh my God.
No, I'm just dying here.
All right. Stacked in Florida says the most satisfying outcome is Gino, then Marty and JC going.
Yes.
And then they have to eat their own. Yeah, right? I would love to see a final five with Kevin, Josh, Betty, Summer, and Helena. I think that would be a great final five.
This is the best season of Big Brother Canada.
I mean, last season was really good too.
In a while.
This season has had their issues, of course.
But it's always exciting.
It's been unpredictable for sure.
And that's what makes it the best.
Yes, but we're going to get going. So we will see you later tonight for the triple eviction recap. So thank you all so much for watching. Hope you have a great evening. And until later, much love.
Babes.
Yeah, latest, babe. Bye, everybody. Bye.